When you think coffee, who do you think of? Most of the time, people think the corporation Starbucks. Well, in today's video, I actually go over what Starbucks actually did wrong while scaling up. When you think coffee, who do you think of? One of my friends was like, dude, you gotta check out Starbucks Reserve. And no lie, in my head, I was like, fuck, Starbucks? I didn't come to Seattle just to try Starbucks. Because when I think of Starbucks, I think of like, you know, there's a lot of homeless people. It's like hella dirty. People are really pissed off. They don't like working there. If you're into coffee like me, then you just straight up don't go to Starbucks. I think it's kind of built that reputation, especially as, you know, the company has expanded over the years. So one of my favorite things about business is actually marketing and positioning. And if you guys don't know what marketing positioning is, it's basically how you convey your message to the world. So for Apple, they used to have this saying, think differently. And everything that they did aligned with that vision. But my friend was like, no, it's one of the best espressos, best coffee you ever been to. So I'm like, okay, let's just try it out, see what it's like. We end up going to Starbucks Reserve and it was really, really cool. What's your first reaction, man?
It's a brewery, man.
They got all this like merch over here and stuff too. Ellen, what do you think about this place?
It's nice actually.
Yeah.
For a coffee cup.
Yeah. Now I can't say the coffee was amazing, like blew my mind or anything like that, but the experience was really, really cool. So when I first walked in, it was like a bar experience, right? They have a bar, and sure, you can get coffee with like certain alcohol in it, but if you know me, I don't drink. There's pastries everywhere. You can have lunch there. I remember like hearing from someone that like the original vision of Starbucks was like it was supposed to be a third home. Sometimes you don't want to invite somebody over your house. If you have a messy room like me, definitely don't want to invite them to your house. And it was that in-between space between work and home where you could just meet up people. And I definitely felt that. Like everything from the furniture to the lighting and stuff, I felt very, very comfortable. And it was a really great place to just hang out. Typically when I go to Starbucks, people aren't staying there. Like people just grab it and go, and maybe sometimes people will stay there to do some work. I mean, I studied all my pharmacy boards at Starbucks, right? Especially as Starbucks has expanded. I don't know, it just gives off this kind of like, it's a cool vibe, but I don't get that third home. But when I went to Starbucks Reserve, I was like, damn. I got to do a coffee tasting or coffee flight tasting, which was amazing.
One more tray for you.
One more tray? It was just really cool. Like the coffee wasn't that great, but the adventure of trying like coffee tasting and trying different coffees. I literally drank almost 24 ounces of coffee and I was like wired for the rest of the day. But that experience was really cool. As I was walking around, I was thinking about companies like Starbucks scale up. They lose that original vision or lose that original, what made them very special. I noticed that with a lot of corporate companies, right? For example, like if you're in pharmacy, CVS. You know, when CVS first started, they were known for the customer service, surprisingly, right? They were known for being a very tight-knit family. But as you expand, it gets harder and harder to control that vision, to control that branding. And I think the thing is that sometimes like with a company like Starbucks, they just scale too fast and their focus is totally on growth, but they lose that originality. And you know, I saw it with Starbucks, but it was really cool to see that they kept that original vision at like something like the Starbucks Reserve. So if you guys are ever in Seattle, check it out. It's a really cool experience. It's just very interesting to see like when companies scale up, how well they can control their branding. A few good companies that have really scaled up, in my opinion, is actually In-N-Out. In-N-Out has multiple locations and really has kept its like core branding. And it's really helped me think about how can you scale up while keeping your original vision, because sometimes the numbers and all that, it gets in the way and you lose that sense of originality and branding, right? So I thought that was very interesting. And I think it's really important to go to one of the original locations or the original area where a company first started, because chances are that location might hold the original vision of of a company, right? So guys, I'm just sharing a little bit about my love for marketing and branding and positioning. So if you guys like these videos, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, make sure to subscribe to my email. I keep a one-on-one connection where, you know, I'm caught often like responding back to you guys via video, and I share my articles with you and all that. And also make sure to subscribe to this channel and buy one of my shirts to support the refugees around the world. If there's any topics that you want me to talk about, I'm going to start doing an Ask Kevin Yee series again. Talk to you soon and take care. Peace.